Hi guys, this is going to be my first makeup tutorial. This is the look I'm doing today. Sorry about the background, by the way. This is going to be my spot just for a week until I can get my situation set up. But yeah, this is the makeup look I'm going to do today. I give you 3 lip options, so if you want to see how to get this look, please keep on watching. Okay, so first we're going to start off by pinning our hair back so makeup doesn't get in our hair. I'm going to be using the Too Faced Hangover Primer. So I use quite a bit just because I want my makeup to last all day. And after I rub it all in, I don't completely rub it in, but I just get it all to where you can't see it, and then I tap. After that, I'm going to be using the Nivea Mint Shaving Balm. I learned this from a girl on YouTube. It really does work. It really does keep your makeup on for a long time, so I'm going to be using it as a second primer on top of my other one just to make my makeup last even longer. Okay, next I'm gonna do some, sorry about the noise by the way, people are still working outside. I hope you guys can bear with me on all this mess. Next I'm gonna go into color correcting because I do have some redness and stuff, and I thought, you know, maybe you guys would want to see that. I have the Wet n Wild one and it's really good. I use the green for redness, the yellow for my under eyes since I have purple under my eyes, and the purple for any yellowness on my face that just looks off. The white is a highlight, like a cream highlight. I'm going to start with the green and cover my redness first because that's where I have the most. I'm going to spritz this with some spot cleaner so I can use the same brush. Next I'm taking the yellow and putting it under my eyes to cover up my purple. Usually you would use a salmon or a pink, but the yellow works for me, so I'm just going to use it. And I also have like darkness right here, you see that? I'm going to use it to cover that too, and I'm going to use it as an eyelid primer. I know I look crazy. Okay, I'm not using any of the other colors for that today, so I'm just gonna blend these out with my finger. Okay, so after you blend out your correctors and everything, I'm gonna take my Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I'm in the shade Warm Nude. I'm gonna take that and put a little bit on top of my Real Technique sponge. I like using a sponge for foundation because I feel like it makes it look a lot more natural. You can use a brush if you want to, if you're more comfortable with that, but that's why I use a sponge every time. You won't be seeing me use brushes very often. I'll try, but I can't. I'm so stuck on these. But I'm just going to dab this. And then under the neck too, because you have to bring it down. And my foundation doesn't match my face, the color of my face. It matches the color of my body because my face is less pigmented than the rest of my skin. So when you buy a foundation, you want to buy one that matches your body and not your actual face color. After my foundation is done, I like to take a spoolie and just go over my eyebrows with it with no product on it. Okay, so my brow routine is like super easy. Maybe I'll do a tutorial on like a bold brow or something if you like to have a fuller, you know, not less natural looking brow, but I just like to keep it natural. I mean, sometimes I'll go with something bold if I'm doing, I don't know, just on occasion, but for most days I just do this. I take a spoolie and I take my Anastasia Dip Brow in Ash Brown. I do have black hair, but I don't want black eyebrows. It's just too much, I feel like, for me. So I use ash brown, which I need a new one because it's almost gone. And I just like spin my spoolie in it, barely. I don't put too much product on it. I even wipe it. And then I just run it over my eyebrows, like. And I have a scar in this eyebrow, so I have to do my eyebrows. I can't not do my eyebrows. I have a scar here, and you can see that some of my hairs are gone. That won't grow back, so yeah, I have to fill my brows in at least a little bit, just make them darker and fill that spot in. After my brows, I'm gonna do some cream contouring, just because I want, I don't know, I want to go all out today for my first tutorial. Why not? Go hard or go home, right? I'm gonna take a tapered eyeshadow brush and use it to place my cream contour. And I use the middle shade of the Anastasia contour kit. I do it right under the chin, under the lip, make sure lips look more pouty and just fuller. And then I'm just gonna take my Real Techniques contouring brush and just pat it out to blend it. Okay, so that's not working very well. I'm just gonna go back to the sponge. Okay, so after you're done blending out the contour, I'm just gonna set my under eyes, and I'm just using the Wet n Wild contour palette, just the yellow powder. So I'm gonna smooth it, smooth the top and underneath, and just set it. Then I'm going to set all the other places on my face that get oily quick or just move around or anything like that. So my smile lines and on the sides of my nose. Just basically anywhere that cream contour is not. So underneath it. And you're going to want to do that just because you want to set the contour with contour powder instead of a light powder that's going to take away from the contour. So I'm going to go into my Anastasia contour palette, the powder version, and use the bottom middle shade. And be light with the powder, because if you cake it, if you like just dip it in and just straight go in, it's going to just be harsh and too much. You need to like tap off the excess powder first and then just lightly, and then start blending. And for contour, you want a cool toned contour, because if you use like a warm color, it's just gonna look like a big splotch on your face. But if you want something that looks more like a shadow, like when I look straight, it looks like real cheekbones. And then just a little bit on the forehead. Okay, so for my eyes, I think I might use this color. Like, how pretty is that color? It's like a red, or it's like a burgundy base with like a green, I don't know, sheen to it. It's really pretty. So I'm using the ShanXO palette she's a YouTuber actually, so go subscribe. She's amazing. But I'm using her palette, and that's where I got that color from. And I'm going to use the orangey shade and the red shade, the brick shade, mixed together as a transition. And you just want to, I put it in the crease and then blend up the excess just a little. And you're going to highlight, so it's okay if you get too close to your eyebrow. So now I'm just going to take a little shader brush and spray some of my setting spray on it. Which right now I've been trying out the Wet n Wild one. I've been trying to use drugstore products like a lot more because I don't know. I feel like Wet n Wild's gotten a lot better with their products. So I'm going to spray that onto the brush and then go into that color, that like burgundy green color. I really like it. It makes me think like Alien. But I'm going to go into that and wet. If you make your brush wet, it's just going to make the eyeshadow look, you're going to get a way better color payoff. It's going to make it just like way more beautiful. It's like a really pretty color. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with that same blending brush to blend it out so that the excess of this color will just make it blend even better. And then just barely blend the edges. I don't want to go too hard on it because I don't want to lose all the color on the lid. I'm feeling it. Okay, so now I'm gonna move to highlight, which is my favorite part of makeup. I could highlight my whole face, just throw it all over. Not really. But I'm using the Anastasia Glow Kit. So bomb. I love it. I really only use these two shades, as you can see. These two, I mean, now that I'm more tan, I could use those two, but I just don't like the pinky shades on me since I have a yellow skin tone. But yeah, I'm going to go in with Crushed Pearl and Mimosa, and I'm going to mix them since that just is the perfect color for my skin. One's too dark and one's a little too light, so together they're perfect. And then I tap my brush off. This is just for my eyebrows right now. And I'm going to like go right on the arch with it. Alright, and then for my cheekbone highlight, I like to spritz my brush. This is a very good highlighting brush. I would definitely recommend it. It's the Luxie 522 tapered highlighter brush. I got it in an Ipsy bag, but this is an amazing brush. Like, if you're looking for one, look this up. I love it. And they say you really can use it to set your under eyes, but I use it for an actual highlight. I like to take some of my setting spray and spray it before I do my highlight because I want my highlight to pop and just glow. And for each cheekbone, I like respray it. Like, that's how serious it is. I wanna glow. I wanna glow, girl. Okay, so I dab sometimes. Just dab into the skin. And then, sorry about the lighting too. It's a little weird. Like, it just keeps like flushing my face out, but sorry. But do you see that? Like, oh my god. Yeah. You need this highlighting kit. I'm not joking. Like, I'm blinding you. I'm blinding you with it. And I highlight the tip of my nose and the bridge of it. And then my Cupid's bow. And last but not least, my inner corners of my eyes. I'm just gonna, I guess I'll try this. I'm gonna take the contouring palette and use this for bronzer. And it will be matte, which I want it to be matte. I don't want it to be, since I have a lot of highlight, I want everything else pretty matte. And then you just take that, run that on the outside of your face. I go down my neck too. After bronzing, I'm gonna do blush, and I'm just gonna take a stippling brush like this and do my blush with that, just because it lays it on more naturally. So I'm just going to go in with, I don't know, probably this shade and this shade mixed together. And put it right on the apples of the cheeks. And since it's summer, I like to just put it right, like not a lot, but just run it really fast over the bridge of my nose, like. And it just gives you a more sun-kissed look. After blush, I'm going to do my eyelashes. I'm going to put mascara on and then put falsies on. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. Now I'm just going to line my waterline and tightline. And tightlining is getting the liner on the top. While my lashes are sitting, you're going to hear him for a little bit, but while my lashes are sitting, I'm going to put on some Anastasia lip primer. After applying the lip primer, it makes your lips very matte so that you can apply a lipstick and it will prevent it from drying out. And this is more for like liquid lipsticks because they dry out very, very easily. So I already applied my false lashes off camera. I'll do a tutorial on that later, but I have 3 lip options I'm going to show you guys. First option is the Kylie Lip Kit in Dulce K. I really love it, so. The next lip option is Tarte's Lip Paint in Namaste. And my last lip option is Pop's, what is it called? Crimson. Really pretty red. I love it. I think this might be my favorite. So this is the final look. I hope you guys liked it. This by far, I think this is my favorite lip option. But other than that, probably Dulce K. If you try it out, just let me know. Leave me comments about how you like it, anything like that. Any looks you want or anything like that, just leave comments below. And please subscribe and like this video. Thank you guys. Bye.